Okay. The car proceeded about 50 meters along an area of reclaimed coastal land before she brought it to a stop. So that's what he meant by landfill. I see. As I'm recalling the words from the detective before, the woman continues her conversation suddenly in a cheerful tone. Okay, hold on 1 second. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Very nice. Barely even looks like a school. Although I'd heard it was a new school, its external appearance genuinely isn't what I expected. A 3-story building with pure white colors of the outer walls and the only typical school-like element, with every other aspect more closely resembling a city office building. The gates to the right are less evocative of a school gate than a functional fence at some facility. The mounted signboard likewise is the utilitarian utilitarian thing printed in a simple typeface rather than a hand-drawn work of calligraphy. I've only just arrived at this place. If I said I was deeply moved by the sight, it'd be a lie. With an exaggerated sigh, she opens her hands wide in the overblown gesture of a third-rate actor. Holy sh... Her rigmarole is abruptly interrupted by the high-pitched shriek of 2 girls. Normal. Could you define that term? Is there a class where we could chase each other around brandishing insects? I don't think I do, but it's nice to see that it's a lively school. Having apparently forgotten what she was planning to do with her outspread hands, she totters through the school gate. Her office is positioned quite near the school's building front entrance. The furniture is nicely arranged based around an old-fashioned desk and chair. In contrast to the... oh my god, all these words. Incongruity of the building's external appearance, the room is a textbook example of old-fashioned principal's office. Sitting on a genuine leather sofa, that's one of the room's more prominent furnishings. After waiting for me to settle myself, she lowers herself into the seat across from me. On a practical level, nice to meet you. Might be better than option. Might be a better option. With a slight amused smile, Principal Tachibana takes out a pamphlet. She flips past a couple pages of the brochure I hadn't noticed, but her fingernails are lightly polished. That's a lot of words. The principal's talk shifts to more detailed matter. East Beach Express is an enormous corporate group with its hands in real estate and large-scale retail, but its core business is management of the rail line connecting Tokyo to the Hanada Airport. The EBE's management is shouldered by the Saki family, yet it seems more plausible that the Saki Academy Corporation is also administered by them directly, but that's only a guess based on the circumstantial evidence. Given the lack of public information on this secretive corporation's activities, or even the existence of this academy, I haven't gained anything that could be called definitive proof from my investigation so far. Fingers come to a stop. Bringing her hands gently together, the principal raises her gaze from the pamphlets and meets my eyes. I have a few questions. First, today is a weekday, but there are barely anyone on the school grounds. What's going on? Only 6? The elite few. That includes our friends with the cicada just now. Question 2. Where am I living from today on? Dormitory, is it? In that case, not a problem. Before we finish, one last thing. For this last question only, I stared directly into her eyes. Need to confirm that the principal's intentions in bringing me here. After all is said and done, is this a normal school? The principal closes her mouth. After a moment of silence, she opens it again. Gentle smile. I'm convinced that she isn't lying to me to further some hidden self-interest. Principal slowly stands up and walks towards the window side. The athletic grounds are visible from the window. Although resembling those of normal school, the grounds are skirted with by an improbably high wall. Mere handful of students, bizarrely extravagant facilities, and the on-campus dormitory, the high wall surrounding it all. They clearly indicate abnormality. I guess you're right. Principal turns to face me. Understood. Yeah. With a nod, I rise to my feet. On the grounds, a gust of salty sea air kicks up the cloud of sand. Including a management room. Okay. Oh, wow. The cicada pair from earlier don't seem to be around. That Kamini guy, a student here too? So you don't have a minute to grasp on the movements of the students, I say. Merely it is. Principal walks towards the interior of the building. Left there by myself, I stare vacantly at the ceiling, so I consciously fall into my habit of counting the numbers of visible sprinklers, then roughly estimating the scale of the building. Calculating the time needed to gain the control of the front entrance and asserting the location of the emergency exits. Not that many support pillars are there. Guess that's why the ceiling is a bit low. Having grown absorbed into analyzing the building, I don't even notice the tug at my sleeve. Oh, she's so cute! Until the final excuse me of many finally catches my ear. I drop my gaze in the direction of the voice and find a girl in a housemaid clothes looking up at me. Not that she's of particularly diminutive height, except in comparison to a taller male like me. No. No one's going to admit that they are an intruder if you ask them point blank. The maid nods several times, slowly closing her eyes, and then begins to repeat my words. Flexible thinking isn't your strong suit, clearly. No, never mind. So what does a maid want with me? This would be the second time today I've heard that pickup line. You're a lot tougher than you look, maid. At this point, having not noticed our voices, the principal calls out to the girl. Seems the maid was Komine. I'll just call her Komine. All along. I'm Kazumi Yuji. Good to meet you. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, that's where I remember. Sachi. It's nothing but the first name, I had thought earlier with the other two, but you certainly gather some unique elites here. It's not really my point of confusion here. Our uniform creates a certain preconceptions. For example, if I see a girl wearing bunny ears in a bar, I don't ask what she's done with her Bible. That's not an explanation. I see, so you're a devoted one. That fallen bunny girl sister could learn a thing or two from you. I wasn't really intending to be a compliment, but there's no point in telling her that. No objections. Yeah, if you would. The maid slowly begins to walk, but quickly comes to a stop in front of the management room. Stop dead. She's staring at me with an expression that clearly indicates she has something to say. What's wrong? You need something? Come to think of it, you're right. You can call me whatever you want. Well, you've gotten pretty familiar. We've gotten pretty familiar all of a sudden. Sure, anyway, I'll call you Sachi. My bad, would you like Sachiman better? Her expression didn't change in the slightest, but her eyes at the moment she spoke those words had a strange forcefulness. That's so. Alright, Sachi, best regards and all that. Judging from her smile, it seems she doesn't dislike being called Sachi. Nameplate seems to say it's the management room, though. In other words, she wants me to play the prison guard. Well, at the very least, 3 out of the 6 students living in the dorms are females. It would probably be prudent to have a room as far as possible from theirs to avoid potential trouble. Mind if I take a look inside? When I open the door with the key she hands me, prominently placed also good, catches my eye. It seems to be in good shape. I confirm with a glance that the room itself will be more than adequate living space to giving my needs. Got it. Seems to have guessed my thoughts from the direction of my gaze. As a little test, I focus my eyes on a different point of interest. She provides an explanation in the same way. Although she's a little off in some departments, she seems pretty sharp in other respects. You see, it looks like there won't be any problems. As I speak, I twist the faucet over the sink. Was someone using this room before I came? The water's pretty clear, considering.
この部屋を私も時々お掃除の時に
I see. I twist the faucet to stop the water, drop the luggage I've been carrying on the spot, promptly leave the room.
それから玄関を入って正面のスペース
Standard student dorm community space, is it?
はいマキちゃんやアマネさんなんかは
That's so. Although I haven't heard those names before, they must be the other students.
それから風見さんの部屋の隣はボイラー室その奥には4つの部屋があって階段の隣のさ
I heard there are 11 rooms in total. Any reason why you picked the one on the first floor?
それは私の名前がサチなのでさっちゃんなら3号室でしょと
I get the idea.
ここが2階です2階は基本的に部屋のみの構造となっていて私以外の学生さんは全員この階に住む
Which would mean 2 of those are vacant.
はい7号室と9号室は3階はこの大浴場をはじめとした戦闘的な構造に階段の反対側にはコインランドリーや物干しスペースもあるのでもし洗濯自体が苦手なようでしたら私に
Wouldn't taking care of someone else's chores be a nuisance?
クラス委員ですから
Alright, I'll keep that offer in mind.
はい
There's no reason to refuse outright when the offer's delivered with such an earnest smile. Kinda true. By the way, can we use this grand bathroom as we please?
はい清掃は専門の業者さんが定期的にやってくれているのでただ男湯と女湯に分かれているわけではないので風見さんが入
As she speaks, she hands me the card that reads, In use, male bathing. Sure, I might take advantage of it pretty often. The view up here is pretty nice.
そうですね周りには校舎の他に高い建物もないですしガラスの透過率も 75% ですから海面
An ocean view, huh? Not bad.
ご希望ならすぐに入ることもできますけど
As she speaks, I notice Tachi already holding a towel and a change of clothes in her hand. You're pretty well prepared.
この大浴場を見た大体の人はすぐに入ってみたくなるみたいなの
I see. The fruit of your experience, is it? What's wrong?
風見さんのための着替えではなく
As if to demonstrate, female underwear slips out of among the clothes Sachi has. This is a declaration that you want to bathe together.
いえ
Is this?
そのつもりはありませんでした
I really don't think there's anything to apologize for.
ありがとうございますではこれで寮の案内は終わりになりますが
Let's see, can I ask about something other than the dorm?
私に答えられることでしたら
In case, let's hear. In that case, let's hear you 3 sizes, Sachi. Wait, in that case, let's hear your 3 sizes.
はい上から82
At the moment, is there a specific man you're going out with?
いません
Your experience with men to date?
ありません
I know I'm the one who asked you these questions, but answering them so politely would that also be because you're the class representative?
クラス委員はみんなの役に立ってこそのクラス委員で
What an admirable devotion to customer
ありがとう
service.
ございます他に質問はありますか
Nothing comes to mind.
わかりましたもし他に聞きたいことができたら部屋にある内線電話で3番を押してく
Got it.
それでは私はこれで失礼しますね
With that note of farewell, Sachi bows like a genuine housemaid and starts to turn away. Ah, Sachi.
はい
Thanks for the tour. I appreciate it.
はい
Oh, look at that blush. The class representative these days seem to be a surprisingly tough, well-willed breed. After Sashi's tour ended, I took another look around the interior of the building on my own. By the time I returned to my room, the sun is already low in the sky and the light is growing dim. I should probably put the stuff away before it gets dark. Before you know it, I pull out contents and begin to put them away on the shelves I've been provided with. It's real help that I got the closet. Things I can leave in visible place and things to be stowed away and back. Dividing my possessions between the two, the latter are clearly more numerous. Normal, huh? While looking over my mountain of luggage, I muttered in a disrespecting tone. As I work, the sun sinks leisurely into the sea.